made Britt Mac something.
Can you
and then, how long is it gonna fucking go? You just ran one off for 2 minutes. There's more?
That, first of all, 4 sentences is not 2 minutes.
4 sentences that went nowhere except right back to where the fuck you started. Go ahead.
Take the right over me.
I don't want to.
We're here.
What's going on, y'all? Jimmy Maverick, Marcus Cash. Time for the All Elite Recap for June 2nd, 2021 for All Elite Wrestling's Wednesday Night Dynamite. Friday.
Friday Night Dynamite.
Luckily for all of you, or at least for, see, last show was 580-some-thousand. For 300 so thousand of you, you got to skip this week's Dynamite because boo. Big boo. Big boo. Started off decent enough.
You didn't like the show?
I didn't like the show at all. It was terrible.
So many people like the show. Everyone was saying that they like the show.
Alright. Young Bucks started off versus Pac and Penta. I thought this was actually a good match. Matt Jackson bothered me.
So much so.
Not in the heel way he's supposed to.
X-Pac heat.
Yes.
Like, go away, but like don't tell anybody where away is.
Yeah, he takes the obnoxious thing and he just,
But he's a heel. He's supposed to be doing his job properly. He's making you hate him. No, I don't hate him because he's a heel. I hate him because he's, not to sound like an old man, but he's insulting to the wrestling business. Like legit.
Insulting to the wrestling. How does that even work? You're not in the wrestling business. How can you take offense to it?
I'm a fan of it. He's just like the constant looking into the camera and the charading and chicanery.
See, I don't mind that when you're on offense. I do mind when you're getting attacked. You know what I mean? If you're in control, you can showboat. When you're getting attacked, it's like the attacks don't matter because it's fucking dicking around. You're sort of getting your ass kicked. Anyway.
To be fair though, they also, when they are on offense, specifically taking time out to do taunts of other famous wrestlers.
So you hate that. I don't mind that as much.
Just fuck you. Like, I get it. Your gimmick is that you steal everybody's shit. I get it.
The Young Jesus, okay? You're really not a fan. Young Bucks pulled out the victory. I thought it was a decent enough match.
Yeah, the match itself was good. Pac in it, of course it was going to be good.
And then here comes the jumping from, what do you call them? The Elite? Minus Omega?
Oh, like Good Brothers in them?
Yeah, what do you call them?
I guess they're the Bullet Club?
Sure. And then Eddie Kingston made the save on Pac and Penta. I was here for this. To me, and I don't say it very often, this was solid booking.
This is really good booking. Like, more than solid.
Wow, okay.
No credit. This is, first off, how often do things actually come full circle? And yes.
In a way it's supposed to?
First off, period. Second off, in a way it's supposed to.
Oh, it comes full circle all the time. They love doing that. Fucking, what you call it, loses the belt a year from the day this, and this motherfucker fights this guy a year from this.
To be clear, that's several circles. That's fucking that's remembering you did something and then revisiting.
Revisiting.
That's not coming full circle. Like, we're not going full circle with Hangman. We dropped the ball on Hangman and we're trying to fucking come back to it every so often. But yeah, come full circle because Eddie Kingston and Penta, and especially Pac, not the best of friends.
At all. Even though Penta and Kingston were best friends. According to Eddie at the very least.
Yeah, and they gave us a segment, a promo about it that lasted 2 lines, but 2 of the best lines.
It was really good.
It was the 3rd and 4th best line of the night.
Yeah.
And I like it. Like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and then they verbalized it.
It's very simple.
And yes, they both have an issue with Kenny Omega. We can fight and hate each other later, but we kind of work best right now to go deal with that problem.
It works for me. It works for me a lot. Eddie being kind of the voice of reason is a little jarring, but it works because Pac's a maniac, as is Penta. And we've already seen Eddie kind of fucking, what's the opposite of burn? Heal?
Mend?
Mend. Thank you. That's exactly the word I was fucking looking for. Mend bridges with Moxley and now mend bridges with these motherfuckers.
And how perfect timing is it, by the way, that Moxley's going to be out for a little bit and Ray Phoenix when he got himself hurt, that
shocking.
We are able to put these pieces together. Because that probably wasn't the original plan.
Oh, no. No, you're probably right on that.
Unless we're going to do a quartet, like a 4 versus 4 thing.
I wouldn't be shocked.
It's going so well, as we'll see later on in the night.
Mark Henry made his Dynamite debut. Came out.
He did have something very important to say, didn't he?
Yes.
He's not here to fix AEW. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not broken.
In other words, don't boo me. I'm on your side.
Yeah. I'm not ex-WWE guy. I'm here, and I've got a lot left in the tank.
Do you though?
I know so many of you needed to change your underwear, but no.
All right, I haven't seen much. Last time I saw Mark Henry was the Hall of Fame. So.
And that Mark Henry was amazing. What year was that, Jimmy?
I have no idea. 2010?
About 10 years ago.
Okay.
I enjoyed Hall of Fame Mark Henry exceptionally so.
Yes, it's fantastic.
I enjoyed Sexual Chocolate Mark Henry.
Well, you're weirdo.
Not the Mae Young aspect, but the gimmick itself. I enjoyed. Wasn't he in the Nation?
He was.
Wasn't he helping Farouk win gambling bets on SmackDown? I enjoyed all of this. This was also forever ago.
So you don't want to see him in a ring?
No.
Ever.
How old is he?
Old.
He's old. We have, especially so, but wrestling in general, televised wrestling, but in AEW especially so, we have all these younger, mostly, except for the main event, talented people on the roster that can do such amazing things. Don't we want to build toward the future? Now, if he wants to speak for somebody, I don't hate that because he's got a presence about him and he can speak for somebody. And Lord knows there's a lot of people in AEW that can't really speak. So Scorpio Sky comes immediately to mind. So I don't mind that. But I don't want to see him in the ring. I don't want to see Paul White in the ring. I don't want to see other 52-year-olds in the ring.
Focused.
61-year-olds in the ring. So
I do enjoy. I do like the idea of him as a. I forgot what they call him in AEW. But
analyst?
No, I don't care about that. Producer. What do you call him here? Agent. What do you call him here?
I think it's word agent. Yeah.
I enjoy it. He feels like he's perfect for that. He's one of the few guys who would know how to work like a monster effectively. So he's had one of the more effective runs in the last decade or so.
Bring some common sense to a few things.
Hobbs, as JJ mentioned on the roundtable, is the perfect guy who could fucking learn how to work for Mark Henry. Mark Henry got over the ugliest looking slam I've ever seen. Listen, World Strong Slam is not like the World Strong Slam, but it works for some reason.
Yeah. And Town Business doesn't look that fantastic either, but it works for Hobbs. You bring Mark Henry into this, it's kind of Mark Henry. Hobbs kind of Mark Henry-esque a little bit, right?
Yeah, I'm saying on the smaller side, but yes.
Right. So that's a genius idea. Shouts out to him.
It works.
Yeah, I don't know. But at the very least, maybe you could bring some sense. Like, what are we doing? Why?
Yes. Why are you? Matter of fact, maybe you know what? He's probably one of the few people in AEW who could probably tell Archer to stop flipping so much.
Oh dear God, please.
Save that for fucking whatever.
The pay-per-views only. The 4 pay-per-views only. You don't need to be old schooling, moonwalking on Dynamite versus Ryzen or whatever. It's not needed.
Anyway, this was not the main part of the segment. Vicky Guerrero came out. Here's where my immediate problem with the show starts. Well, I wasn't around for much of Vicky's original run in WWE, so I do get a kick out of her, excuse me. I know most of you probably saw it at the time, are probably over it. I find it hilarious. However, having Vicky Guerrero and Mark Henry in a segment together on Dynamite does not do much to distinguish you as something fresh or new or original.
Or 2021.
That's a bad idea. I'm not sure. First, there's no need for Vicky to interrupt Mark Henry at all.
One could argue it's not really a role for Vicky Guerrero in AEW.
Yes, one could argue that. You argue it every time we mention it.
To be fair, hasn't really done much for anybody, including tonight.
And she's got a new acquisition, and she yelled it, and nobody said anything because we didn't understand what the fuck she said, quite frankly.
And also, not a name I don't think anybody was expecting, on top of that. So, Andrade Il Idolo.
That's not what she said.
Oh, what she say?
What? Huh? Did she just say Andrade? No, but sure, let's go with that.
Well, when you translate it down from screeching, Andrade El Idolo is coming. I was expecting Manny Andrade or La Sombra, was the names that he's used. I think Manny Andrade is his real name. Didn't expect them to keep Andrade as a name, so a little shocked by that. But, like, I've seen the guy talk. Best promo in the world? No. Can he suffice himself? I think so. I don't think he needs Vicky, particularly when we've already kind of failed with Vicky as a manager with this whole Nyla thing.
Oh my god, it's been a complete flop.
Like,
And to be fair,
and more on that later, also.
one could argue that Nyla's just time just ran out, sitting on people that sprung up, but Vicky certainly did not help. But sure, it is what it is. Andrade, I gotta be honest, I already forgot his promo. What do you say?
Essentially, he is here to become the new face of AEW.
A lot of people are hiring him. I was not around for his WWE or whatever one. Actually, he was big somewhere else first. CMLL?
Mexico, yeah.
You can get away with that, so I'm gonna let you get away with it.
I think
Mexico, somewhere.
Los Ignorables built something, so he's known for that. Big time stable, they're really good from what I hear.
But you like his WWE work?
I love his NXT work, to be clear, and I enjoyed parts of his Raw work, particularly the package of him and Zelina Vega. They have Trinidad now, and for a little while Angel Garza. But yeah, they had their foot on his neck on the main roster. So
yeah, I'm curious to see what they do. I'm hoping he's a lot closer to, let's say, Miedo than Christian so far. And I love Christian, but oh, Jesus fucking Christ. It's going to be a drag to get through.
Were you expecting that? Some Christian hate. It wasn't coming from me.
Yeah, I love Christian, but Jesus fucking Christ. They botched it for Tony Khan. Shocking. So yeah, I would not have paired him up with Vicky. If only for the WWE connection they have. I wouldn't have done that. I certainly wouldn't have had him in the Mark Henry.
Yeah, and I don't want to see Vicky with another young dude that inevitably she's probably gonna like end up having a thing for or something.
You mean as a
storyline wise, like just blah.
I doubt it.
But I like him. I'm excited. I hope he's here for a bit and not just for like a passing through. I like his in-ring work and I like his speaking, accent aside. So I'm excited and I'm hoping this is like a legit signing, like legit, and not just working together while he's doing whatever.
Up next, tag team match: Cody Rhodes and a big shoddy Lee Johnson versus a Go-Go, which is what I call him, and QT Marshall. This feud has already blown mine several times.
They had such a great match at the at Double or Nothing.
Oh my God! Listen, I know you didn't like it. I know most people didn't like it, but I must freely admit the deafening silence that took place during that match. I busted several nuts. I loved every last bit of that.
Of the pay-per-view match?
Of them just sitting on their hands and watching as Cody makes these ridiculous faces and ridiculous moments and no reaction at all. I loved every bit of it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's the match stunk.
It did.
It stunk it up. And I wasn't there. I don't know what the crowd reaction was, but it stunk. And to do it again and add QT Marshall and Shoddy Lee Johnson is horrific.
Let's be clear. I think Lee Johnson has some potential.
He's got potential. He needs some work, probably away from the Rhodeses, but I'd do something with the name. Can we just call him Shoddy Lee?
No.
Well, Shoddy Lee Johnson, but just lose the bit, because you're not.
Sure.
You're very skinny, sir.
I like Gogo's personality.
Don't know.
Yes, but okay, I feel like we're focusing on QT and Cody again.
We are.
And we should not.
We are.
Cody was more over here than he was at pay-per-view. Mainly because he skipped all the American horse shit. However...
Yeah, he was in Homelander today.
I think he should probably move on. First of all, everybody... That's the problem. If he moves on, the factory is essentially irrelevant. And I don't think he wants to give up on them.
Also, well, first off, they're already irrelevant because he's buried them. Like, it's... how does Ogogo not win at the pay-per-view?
Yeah. I
to begin with. Oh, because it's Memorial Day. Even better heat. Hello, the British guy that hates America, even though he lives here. He hates America. He gets the win on Memorial Day. He can become nuclear.
That feels like a stretch, but I get your point.
But you understand where I'm going. Versus who's going to rally? Are you Jim Duggan now because you won on Memorial Day weekend? Nobody cares. But yeah, it's just fuck. The whole group is just blah. Give me Caveman and a Go-Go alone as a tag team, and just be done with everybody else involved in all of this. Just yuck.
Okay, well, there you go. Inner Circle had their victory lap, their celebration, their... Listen, I'll be complete transparency, that's what we do. I'm not on the channel, I'm not going to speak for everybody else. But on this show, complete transparency, I did not watch Stadium Stampede. I had no interest in it. After the first one, I get what it is, and you're going to do it again, hard pass.
Full transparency, I watched it on ×1 fast forward.
However,
my only regret is that it didn't go faster.
However, I would have been fine if we just took it as it was. We moved on from the feud. However, apparently we're not done with the Inner Circle versus the Pinnacle. To me, this was the worst of Chris Jericho. He's been on a roll recently. I think we both thought that. This kind of grizzled veteran, out for blood, out for revenge works.
That was great.
He's been crushing it, his promos recently.
That was amazing.
This one, I get done for all of it. I'm over this feud. So we're gonna get rid of this for we're gonna try to squeeze every last bit of juice we can get out of this with one night of Inner Circle versus Pinnacle. I can take that, especially if it ends up with MJF beating Chris Jericho. However, I would say I did enjoy the tag team match that came after this. Moving on. Jungle Boy and Christian Cage versus Matt Hardy. No, versus Private Party, rather. There was no Matt Hardy involved. Not just yet. Private Party's always fun. Even though I don't like the new outfits.
Somebody said they look like Apple employees, and I can't unsee it.
It's perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. They look like they're employed somewhere.
Technically, they are.
Ugh, that's gross. Jesus Christ.
I believe your initial thought before we found that tweet was, you're not wearing khakis at a club, nobody's buying this.
Nobody's buying that. Matter of fact, forget that you're just not wearing khakis at a club. There's no way that those two in particular are wearing khakis at a club. That's not happening.
To be fair, I don't see either one of them having owned khakis before.
Actually, no, I can see both of them getting fired from Best Buy or whatever the fuck they worked at. Well, they fucking, I don't know, fuck somebody in the fucking whatever room.
They abused the store discount.
Indeed. Match was fine. Jungle Boy's red hot. Jungle Boy's fantastic.
Jungle Jack Perry needs to be pushed alone, away from other people, to do something. I don't know, TNT title, but
he's gonna get the World Heavyweight. Oh, they call it the World title. They call it the World Championship. AEW World Championship in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, but we know he's not winning, so.
So we have a win.
I don't know. Can we just?
Like Kenny Omega, and what should be a 25-minute match. I would make it 25 minutes. I would, Kenny. I know you've been holding back. This is your chance to not hold back. Just go do your thing.
Yeah, you know how you go 10, 15 minutes, whatever you do with like Joey Janela or
yes, with Joey Janela. Okay, point
or whoever. That's the kind of time and the kind of matches you should put towards people like Jungle Jack Perry.
Jungle Boy gets the pinfall over one of the darkies, and you
can say it and get away with it.
Matt Hardy attacks Christian on the entrance ramp.
This reminded me of something, actually.
What?
I don't know when it was, but Mark Henry had a thing with like, I don't know, like Vicky or something. And I just had this like deja vu thing with Matthew Hardy and Christian Cage. It's almost like I was watching, I don't know, Bad SmackDown or something.
I thought that was a bad idea. But that's just a bad idea in fleeting. Like, it's a bad idea in the moment and then we're done with the bad moment. this is a bad idea, that's bad now, and you're going to keep doing it. Why? Because when they faced off at the fucking Battle Royal, those dummies in the crowd cheered. I get it, nostalgia, but it's only cool because it's over in a minute.
And it happens, once. And to be fair, personally, and I'm sure some people have heard it, I didn't even think it was cool then. Like, we need, in my opinion, to keep WWE guys away from each other.
Far away.
And use them exclusively against pure AEW people. And by AEW, I mean the people they have, not, made exclusively in AEW.
Yeah.
Like, it should be Matt Hardy versus Tony Khan guy. Christian versus Tony Khan guy. Mark Henry mentoring, Tony Khan guy. Vicky managing, not Nyla Rose, different Tony Khan person.
Agreed. Fucking agreed. I cannot think of a worse pairing than Christian Matt Hardy. First of all, we've already seen what Christian does with slow, plotting, not AEW guys.
Kazarian.
Yes. Okay, I was trying
Just
to
be clear.
say his name.
To be clear, I'm adding it. Ugh.
Fair enough. So then we go with somebody who, quite frankly, at this stage in his career, is not as good as Kazarian is.
He's not.
He just isn't.
Maybe a better character.
Maybe.
But in the ring. And, why are we so excited? This is clearly the two of those tag teams people cared less about, right?
Clearly.
So, why do I care? Oh, because Matt has a submission now? I don't care.
I am thoroughly hoping that this is over in 2 weeks. I wish it was over. I wish it never started, but if it's going to start, I wish it is. I'm hoping it's over in 2 weeks. Let me get on for Christian heel turn, which he is in desperate need of. And I didn't think I would say that 12 seconds in, that he's in desperate need of a heel turn already.
You know what the saddest part is?
What?
Matt Hardy is a faction. Which means
Chris is not working his way through this fucking faction.
Christian is most definitely working his way through Private Party to Matt Hardy, and he's going to enlist the help of two poor schmoes that are going to get dragged into this.
Jesus.
I don't even remember off the top of my head who else. I feel like it's Dark Order, but I don't know who else HFO has an issue with. Assuming it is Dark Order, just Christian and two Dark Order guys. So Dark Order's just going to have a storyline of a bunch of people that they just work with that nobody wants to join them.
Which is not a great look, frankly. Up next, Goat Baker. That's Britt Baker. Dr. Britt Baker, pardon me. DMD. For those of you who are unaware, I don't refer to it as that. I refer to it as Goat Baker.
Dr. Goat?
You're not in it.
I am.
I should consider you keep saying things like Dr. Goat. Sounds gross.
To you.
To everyone.
I am respectful enough to put her profession at the beginning of her goat status. Dr. Goat.
First, don't get me started. Whatever. I don't get started. I don't get started on your fucking wishing Marco Stunt was gone so much you'd get rid of Goat Baker. Let's never get started. That's why you whatever. That's why you're on the hit list right now.
Listen, they're necessary.
There's no necessary evil with Goat Baker's gotten rid of. Enough.
I sacrificed much worse and much more personal to get rid of Marco Stunt.
Goat Baker had her celebration. This wasn't a great segment, but it first of all put me at ease because she immediately went into I'm a heel mode. I did this by myself with no other help. Reba pointed. I helped. It was hilarious. What?
I enjoyed the segment. I thought this was a good segment. Not a great segment, but I thought this was a good segment.
That was fine. Anytime I get to see Goat Baker, I'm happy. However, I was probably drained from the show. Number one, the show was rough. I thought Nyla was probably the secondary star of the segment because you could see her in the background looking just annoyed, which I thought was some good character work. But the burger thing, we've already seen her do that spot during the what's the name of her show?
The waiting room.
The waiting room. She did that fucking check on your seats. And then on the seats, nothing. Nah, the dummy laughs. We've already seen that spot, so I knew it was coming. And I don't give a fuck about fucking burgers. So I was just kind of over this to begin with.
I enjoyed it because the Brit Mac thing gained traction on Twitter, and then McDonald's obliged and sent them a bunch of Big Macs, Brit Macs, and they used it for the show, and I loved all of that because that was born out of just nothing, just happenstance.
See, you just did. See what you just did? You see what you just did? Let me see what you just did. You just went in a fucking circle and pretend like it made sense. I enjoyed it because Britt Baker made Britt Max something.
Can you
and then, how long is it gonna fucking go? You just ran on for 2 minutes. There's more?
That, first of all, 4 sentences is not 2 minutes.
4 sentences that went nowhere except right back to where the fuck you started. Go ahead.
Take the right over me.
I don't want to.
We're here. Right? It's something that happened. It was born organically. It came into TV. It paid off. It led to a nice, like you were saying, moment where we did not get a face turn, thank God. Right? She's still a heel. These are my Big Macs. I'm only going to share them with Reba and Tony. No coupons for any of you fuckers. So, like, all of this, it's a piece of a puzzle to a larger picture, to a good segment.
You sound like somebody who fucking didn't read the book and just went up there and bullshit his book report. What? Because it happened organically, then this happened, then that happened, then this happened, which made somehow all of this good. No!
Because it all tied in together.
Who cares? You sound like those idiots who go, fuck it, he lost the championship a year ago, and then he won the championship this year. Like, I don't care. It doesn't make anything good.
It doesn't take a year. It took like a few days.
Even worse. I have to fucking do it. I don't want to follow what happens on, what's this stupid show called? Being the Elite. I gotta follow Twitter now? I wish I might. But listen, go big. Nyla ends up turning the fucking thing over. The burger's over. And then popping the balloons. She came back from war, which she shouldn't have because she missed those, but I was
and she struggled to pop a few, so I was like, it's over.
No, you're done. You did it. You made your point. Now leave.
Walk away.
Take
your manager with you.
Hope one of two things. No one. Now that's completely done with Big Girl. Not gonna happen. And number two, that Nyla and Gobert can live up to the match they had in the tournament. Obviously with different results. However, I thought it was a really good match they had. I expect more of the same.
I'm hoping the I can't beat anybody with you in my corner, Vicky Scram. Or, even better, before that match, you got us booked to stand there in a championship celebration for another woman.
Yeah, what are you, a goof?
Like, I get Pretty Picture, or the Wingmen, or whatever they want to be called. I get Luther and Serpentico, because they're bums. Nyla should not be anywhere near them whatsoever. It kind of felt like forced that she needed to be there for what played out. But maybe not have bums and, encasing her on each side.
Red Velvet went head up against the Bunny.
Very poignant choice of words there, Jimmy.
Okay.
She went heads up against the Bunny?
Yes.
She's fortunate to have her head up at the moment, isn't she? Red Velvet almost killed herself on this episode. At worst, paralyzed herself at best.
Well, clearly it's not at best because she did neither of those things.
I'm not 100% sure she's not hurt. But yeah, she took this suicidal dive to the outside. And it almost landed on her freaking neck.
Yeah, and then what happened? She was fine.
Apparently, so was Ricky Starks the rest of his match against Hangman.
Yeah, but why'd that happen? Now we're going to outlaw German suplexes? Because those are dangerous? Those moves were invented before yesterday, weren't they? Enough with you guys and your nonsense.
To be fair, that was a freak accident. Red Velvet, 2 suicide dives, doesn't seem like she knows how to suicide dive.
What's we're in agreement, but...
She doesn't need to be doing it. She's 45 pounds.
That's why she can do it.
Even if you would connect, what are you hurting?
Jesus fucking Christ. Now we get into this thing. You do know wrestling's not real, right?
The point is to create an illusion.
Right, and an illusion is fucking a person, a puppy running at you full speed with fucking 40 pounds can knock you the fuck over.
Yeah, I forget. They have Marvel set on the roster.
I'm going to keep it together. I was going to say before I got sidetracked. Listen, blocking something twice means you're doing something wrong. So either figure out how to do it, or stop doing it. One of those is fine. Though it's not a indictment on suicide dives in general.
No, it's not. Specifically Red Velvet's.
Actually, it was a really good strong. I thought it was a good match. I was fine for what it was. Red Velvet continues to improve outside of suicide dives. Every time I see her, the Bunny is a fun character. And she has fuck tons of fun being herself, or at least close to herself as she can get.
Yeah, I feel like we're underselling the Bunny a little bit feel like there's a lot more that she could be due. Red Velvet is getting better. I think she still has some work to do. But yeah, there's promise there.
Yeah.
It's needed because that women's division has looked rough for a while.
Really?
The women's division?
We're in a complete disagreement there. I thought it's been stellar.
It's Britt Baker and Tay Conti and just like...
Yeah, it's Britt Baker and Tay Conti and Serena Deeb and Jade Cargill's been a breakout star.
I don't count Serena Deeb.
Why not?
Because she's been there like twice and whatever. She's just been away.
She's had fucking like 2 20-minute matches.
Yeah.
You said for a while.
Yeah, for a while.
For a while. It's been fine the last 2 months.
Overall.
Ever since the tournament, it's been fine. And I would think the tournament outside of which 12 matches. And I'm sorry, I know some of you love her. She's not my taste, we'll say.
We're doing what? We're doing Mrs. Mime?
The Mime, yes. Outside of that, all those matches were really fucking good. Tay Conti versus Nyla. Nyla versus Britt Baker. Riho versus what's her face. Really good matches. What are we talking about here?
That's perfect, real. That's not what I'm talking about.
I love that. And since then, it's been fine.
Yeah.
Did we just have Tay Conti versus Go Baker in one of those fucking matches that didn't happen?
That was Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker.
Yeah, thank you. Thunder Rosa. Then we had Tay Conti versus Shida, which was a great fucking match. What the fuck are we on here?
But that's like 3 people, right? So, made the division. My point is, they hadn't really done anything with Bunny. Big Swole comes and goes, and she just stays on Dark. Red Velvet hasn't looked super fantastic aside from getting her ass kicked by Serena Deeb. You know.
How many good workers do you have to have before you consider worth the damn?
I don't know. I just want to see all. I like so many of these women characters. I just want to see them all take these next steps.
Like everybody can't take a step. Like there's only so many steps. You can't all stand on these steps. The steps are gonna break.
Well, you know,
we can't all be Steve Austin. That's not how it works.
Whoever falls, falls. But I just want to see all of their progressions. Yeah. I enjoy damn near all the women's roster, the signed ones, and the American side ones.
Fuck it. We got it. You don't like the Mime, so you cast off an entire country.
To be fair, I can't be on this side. She's on the American side of the tournament.
Benny was good.
I did like Benny.
You have no respect for what's her face, but she was fantastic in the tournament.
I didn't think so.
No, you're wrong. That's how that works. Yes, I'm pulling up. I won't say that out loud. I'm
Everybody's
pulling back. I wasn't. I don't. Listen, that's ridiculous, and you're being very petty. And you should know by now, between the 3 of us, I'm the only one of us who gives a fuck about what anybody has to say. About anything. And she was awesome. No, it was not awesome. The main event.
The bullshit match.
First of all, I'm not going to just skip by the fact that I said this is the main event. Which is Nick Comoroto. Which would be egregious enough. I love Caveman. He should not be in any main event.
He's not ready for that yet.
I don't care if it's Nick Caveman and Triple H versus The Rock and Steve Austin. This is not a main event. It is what it is.
Nick Caveman versus Omega for the World Championship.
This is not a main event.
Somehow. Because he won 18 matches on Dark and nobody saw it.
And he's facing Goldust. What's in Dustin Rhodes?
Dustin.
In a bull rope match because he hit him with the bull rope at the pay-per-view that Kevin Dunn almost missed. I don't know who Kevin Dunn is. I'm going to find out eventually. I'll remember to look it up.
I think it's Kevin Sullivan, actually.
Oh, Kevin Sullivan? Don't do that.
I think. If I'm understanding. I know Kevin Sullivan works there. I think he does the Kevin Dunn stuff.
This match, JR referred to it as Bull and Shoot Ugly.
And that's making it prettier than it was.
I gotta be honest. I just talked about how I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. That's not true. I'll say what people think doesn't affect my opinion. However, I did go on Twitter because I think Dustin Rhodes was trending. And good lord, Dustin looks so great for 52. He looks as good as he's ever looked. How can you still be one of the best workers in the world if you're this old? And I can't believe it. And what the fuck am I? What have I always said? What have I always said about wrestling fans? What have I always said? And people tell me I'm mean and cruel and out of touch. Wrestling fans are the worst. They are the worst people. Period. And this time, we're not even being sexist or racist, which is my usual critique about you. You're just being dumb or blind.
And full of shit. Quite frankly. I thought it was a good match. I don't know why. I don't know what part. I saw some. I forgot who else. I think it was one of the those guys in the Mount Rushmore of wrestling journalists. Not Keller, not Meltzer.
Sean.
Right, Ross Sapp.
I call him Sean. I know him. I just remember his first name. That's why.
Sean. Yeah, you know Sean. With the E. This is the best Nick Comoroto has ever looked.
Okay.
First off, no. It's not. It might have been the best showcase he's ever had. This is one of the worst matches Nick Comoroto's ever had, in my opinion.
Wow.
Well, I don't know, Penta, it don't matter. But, he looks way more impressive when he's just squashing Johnny Jobber on Dark or Dark 2. He looks way more impressive when he's the muscle for the factory and whatever issue that's happening.
Alright, well, he's just saying this is the best match he's had.
But it wasn't. It was the best, most showcase. It was the best highlight for him. But that could have been a main event against anybody. Shoddy Lee Johnson, maybe.
So you were saying you should have liked this match?
This was so bad. This might have been one of the worst Dynamite matches of 2021 thus far.
How much of this is the result?
No. This is one of the best matches. This is one of the worst matches.
I'll be honest with you. My disgust with this match, a lot of it's for the result. I can always say it's a bad match. This is wrong.
At the very least, one of the worst specialty matches. If we're going to just remove like anything that had like a stipulation of some sort, bull rope or bunkhouse or whatever. It looked awkward and clunky, like they did not practice being tied up to each other with a bull rope at all before this match went live or taped or whatever, before it happened. Ugh. How much of that is to do with the fact that we have this big, strong dude that might not be the most agile, and he's in there with a 52-year-old? I have no idea. But it was bad, and if you liked it, I don't know what is wrong with you. And I mean that sincerely. To everyone that liked this match, I don't know what's wrong with you.
I forgot what I was going to say, but that pretty much.
The fact you're probably going to talk about how it shouldn't be the main event.
Oh, it should have been the main event. That's one of the fewer problems I have with it. My main problem would be Goldust won. And it's doubly problematic because Whatchcall lost the pay-per-view.
Go.
Go lost the pay-per-view. He didn't get the win tonight. And then Caveman loses to Goldust clean. It's just, why do I take any of these people seriously?
Why are the Roses squashing two promising guys that happen to be in the same group?
And listen, I understand if you don't think they're ready, which is fair. But then, to be fair, you should have known that before you decided to give them the spot.
And if you're trying to build to a blow-off tag team match, which I feel like is what's going to lead to, it probably means more to win the tag team match for the Rhodeses than to win the singles matches and then have a Go-Go and Comoroto win some random tag match over the Rhodeses.
You made several leaps there, buddy. You're not criticizing a hypothetical tag team match that may not happen?
Yeah, Cody pick up one, Dustin pick up a win over the two members of the factory that matter. Is it super far-fetched?
They just had a tag team match.
No.
Go-Go was in.
No, I mean specifically Cody and Dustin as an excuse to team up again.
Oh, Jesus.
Considering they both pick up the singles match wins.
I would say it's much more likely we get a faction-on-faction match, since Inner Circle Company will be having singles contests.
And you need the multi-man fuckery.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Shoddy Lee Johnson's got to go in there to square off against Aaron Solo, the blue teeny.
Why do we hit? Is he small?
He's so small.
How tall is he, guys?
No, I mean he's just so small.
He's slight.
Gotcha. Slight.
Okay. So yeah, I did love this card. I'm trying to be nicer than I am. I cannot. I didn't love this card. I didn't like the show. I didn't like the promos. I didn't like the matches. Cash liked the Britt Baker celebration. I thought it was fine. Mostly because Go Baker's goatness kind of...
It lifts. It elevates.
Everything is passable.
It's everything elevate.
Fucking Adam Cole? Really? Fucking really? Fucking for real? Be nice. I'm sure he's a great guy. I've never seen him wrestle. I've never heard a promo. I just saw a picture. For real? Don't Baker? Granted, he got it before she was the GOAT, but still.
Is it because of the name Cole?
That certainly does not help.
I disagree.
Overall,
but Eddie Kingston, his little segment.
That's the two sentences he had.
Those are the second best thing of the night.
We didn't talk about the best thing of the night.
And I'd want to thank God for that.
Miro had a little segment, so you know what, we'll finish the whole night trash show. It was something positive. Miro had a segment where he opened talking about he wants to thank God for his power. He wants to thank his wife for being hot.
He wants to shout out his wife for being hot.
And who's gonna fuck up? I forgot who he wants to fuck up. Oh, somebody in Dark Order.
Evil Uno, because John Silver had a contract for a TNT title shot.
Yes.
But he's still hurt, so it's his to just give away to Evil Uno. That makes sense.
Future offers? I don't know, contracts work.
Yeah, that's, no, you know.
Just in case any of you out there get like a real job or something like that, that's not how contracts work.
Yeah, you don't want to go to work today, so your friend just walked in.
Jay-Z signed into a contract. You know, I don't want to rap anymore. I'm giving it to my mom. She'll be rapping.
Max Caster had a vocal injury, so Anthony Bowens is going to rap for us now.
That's not how that works. But I get it. You won't have a match. First of all, he was impossibly over at the pay-per-view.
He was very surprisingly over.
He was over than a motherfucker.
Did he come out in Brody Lee's jacket? Was that him or was that somebody else?
That was somebody else.
The Colt?
I will say this though, by the way. It's going to be at this match. -1. And we're not going to have any -1 slander as you usually do.
Why not?
I just wanted to bring up.
Everybody, not that anybody matters or give a shit, but if Simon Miller blocked me because I hate -1 and
you hate a random child, or you just mean you hate him being on?
I hate him being on a wrestling program. Listen, I feel bad for him.
We weren't going to do this. I just said that.
I feel bad for his dad.
Okay.
And I wish him many pleasantries in life.
Thank you. Do you have
I want him on my show.
Plug.
I want to thank God for that. Thank you, Miro. At My Battery is Dying, no G, because it doesn't fit on the Twitter where you can tell me how wrong your opinion about wrestling is.
Indeed. Post your comments, however, down below the Instagram fucking handles. Like, share, subscribe.